Bradley Jr. I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. The ATRs are African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, first of all, salutation to my Madrino, to my Madrino, to my Oba, and to all of my brother ancestors in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Adjays. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for following me. I also want to say to my air signs, to my water signs, to my earth signs, and to my fire signs, salutations. On this particular channel, we're here for melanated people. We're here to teach real magic, real conjure, real mysticism. I do not teach my personal beliefs. I do not teach my personal practice. What I teach are universal laws that are applied and applicable to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for chiming back in, Mother Susan. The internet is down here, so I'm actually um, broadcasting from my phone, IG, my 5G. So when the internet comes back on, it'll kick in. But right now we got to rock with it. What's up, my Demetrius? I got my Gemini back to back. So let me get right into this because I've been teaching real magic, real spirituality, real conjure, and I've been teaching this for years. So thank you for hitting that like button as you come in. I want everybody to be aware. The internet is down here at the hotel Marriott. I'm gonna say that. So my phone is on operating. I didn't know that until I went back and checked the Wi-Fi. So that's what's going on. Let me talk about this. And to each and one of you guys that have been following me, you're gonna really understand. I talked to Mother Susan a little bit about this earlier. And my subject is on my day of power is follow what leads you in the ATRs. And the reason why this came up because I have people and when you're dealing with black people, you're gonna run into this. So if you're gonna do this from a professional standpoint, I would listen to the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that I'm gonna drop. I'm also I need you to pay attention to this because if you're in a relationship or you're in any type of friendship or any type of business friendship, this is going to be important. And the reason we're talking about follow, we're not talking about following somebody or something blindly, ignorantly, but understand following. And what I mean by this, in my particular tradition, I'm following my ancestors. I am following the spirit in the tradition that is supposed to be leading and guiding me, right? And this is the thing I said to Mother Susan. I said there's a lot of people that claim they are following me. I have followers on various of social media platforms, and I was bringing to her attention. I said, when you're following somebody and you end up in the same place that they're in, that means, sir and ma'am, you're following that person. I said, but when people are following their own spirit, but they're in the ATRs, they're following their own gut, their own intuition, their own knowledge, and their idea of what real spirituality is. I want y'all to understand something. All you got to do is be grown as a man or a woman and to acknowledge that you're not following your elders, you're not following your leaders, you're following your spirit or your hunches because you're not ending up in the same place that your elders and your leaders are. There's black people like to feel that if they're going to the same church, they're following the leader. People feel like because you're in the same elay that you're following the spirit of that particular elay. When you're following something and you're following somebody, I have I have yet to see people that are being led by themselves end up in the same place of the spiritual. tradition. And the reason why that is important, because a lot of people will tell you, "Oh, I go to Apostle Ely Church, or I'm a part of Apostle Ely," but you're not following. If you are following me, you will be applying the things that I teach the very way that I teach it. If you are following me, and this has nothing to do with you not having your own person and your own destiny. This is what I wanted to bring up. I was thinking about my baby Scorpio. How do you know if I'm leading you in the right place to the right destination when you're not following me? How do you know if you're going to end up in green pastures? How do you know if you're going to end up in a wealthy place? See, the reason why a lot of people don't have confidence, and you shouldn't be a part of something that you don't trust what's leading you. But my thing is, the reason why a lot of people don't have victory, even though I'm victorious, is because you're not following me. I, you don't have to agree with everything that I say. You don't have to not have your own opinion, but you should be following the leader. You should have a trust in the person that you're being led by. And let me say this, I also follow my ego, my ancestors, number one. And they're gonna lead me in the path. The reason why I say this is because if you're following somebody and you keep ending up in the right place at the right time, um, in the right atmosphere, that means that person is leading you right. But if you're not following that person, how do you know if they know where he or she going? What's up, my Ryan? How do you know if you are not following that person, whether they have the right compass to lead you? Do you understand where I'm coming from? A lot of you are not allowing people to lead you so you can come to a clear conclusion if they have the ability to lead you. I'm going to say this again. You're never going to have the confidence in what's leading you in these ATRs until you start following. And as you follow, you're going to come to some conclusion whether that man or woman knows where they're going. If you ever trail somebody and you are following behind them, and depending on how many times they turn, you come to the conclusion they don't know where they're going. They must be ain't never been here before. See, a lot of reasons why some people catch on to things and things purposes of who to listen to and because you really not following that person. In every now and then, you being a part of certain lives don't mean you following. This is why you lack confidence. I follow my spiritual dad. I follow my ancestors. I follow the people. This is why I have the level of confidence. When you follow somebody, I'm thinking about Mother Susan. She has been following me to the point she realized that I had good character. She realized after following me over 5 years that I really care about people. Because sometimes if you're listening to say, you can come up to a conclusion and say this man don't really care about what's going on in people's life. But that's because you're not following me. I'm trying to help you because it's not just me. You should be having the confidence of anybody that is leading you the ATRs that they know where they're going, what they're. When I started about, I said Mother Susan was following me even in my house. She stayed in my house 7 months, and she watched me lead Minister Mario to healing. She watched me lead him to restoration. She watched me lead him from out of death back into life. See, when people follow you, That's how they know what type of gifts and what kind of power and what kind of relationship you got with the divine mother or father. That's when she can say that she knows that I have divine healing because she's been following me. Do you understand? When you're not following your leaders up close, you don't see them under pressure. She got a chance to see me under pressure. See, a lot of times people think people just talking, but the people that are following them can tell you exactly where their spiritual ability is, what they have the capacity and the capabilities of. This is not following somebody blindly. When she was following me, she saw me heal and restore sight to the blind. See, there are certain things that you register when you are properly following the person, and then you can determine whether you should continue to follow that man or woman. Yeah, I'm saying it. If you follow a person long enough, you know whether they're a crook. That's something she told me. She said, Apostle Ely, she don't call me she. She called me Apostle. She said, you're not a crook. The only way you know I'm not a crook is you got to follow me. You got to see me in various of situations and circumstances. Because a lot of you guys not following me that close. You're tuning in, but you're not following me. So you don't really see a lot of the behind the scenes. This is why when I tell them to testify, I don't need you to lie for me. I need you to tell what you saw, why you were following me. Because if I'm being led by spirit as I profess, then those spirits should lead me through temptation and I should escape. She followed me to the point she saw me go through my sickness and she saw me come out of my sickness. How can you follow your leader and you don't know what he or she has went in a trial and came out of that trial? Because you ain't following. I didn't say you have to understand everything you see while you're following. What I'm saying is there's supposed to be a level of confidence that you incur because of following a man or woman, especially when it comes to the ATRs, because you know whether this person has knowledge when it comes to formality or this person has results. What's up, my love, my Taurus? When I try to get people to understand is you cannot build a relationship and trust the leading of a elder that you are not following. You can't do it. A lot of people, I got people in my church, and I'm not trying to be offensive, but I try to let them know you're not following me. You're hearing my teaching, but you're not following me. You're following you. And this is why we're never going to end up in the same place. Just because you're in a tradition doesn't mean you're following that person. You and them are not going to end up in the same destination. You're supposed to, how are you going to know if I really can lead you to a wealthy place? How do you really know if I can lead you to a place of, how do you know I can lead you through the valleys of the shadows of if you're not following me? The reason why Minister Marius, son of Chelsea, had a level of confidence in me because he was following me. I'm just using myself as an example. You can follow whoever you want to follow in these ATR. That's not my issue. My issue is if you are following them, you should end up in the same place they're in, and you should be able to determine as a grown man or woman, do you continue to follow? I want black people to stop where they are doing when this person. When you decided that this man is gonna be your head, and you watch him Cause he said he being led by the God, well, by God or spirit or ancestor or ego, it don't matter. But he never comes out of his situation. You realize at that point you can't follow him because he does never come. He never is in a place of victory. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to stop lying. It don't take you long to figure out if somebody know where they're going, even if they're being led. There, God orders the footsteps of a good man or woman. So ego is guiding you. And I said this over years, but I've said it quite. I said the way people move in their life, you would think that their God gets a crazy chick. Because if you want me to believe you got a divine spirit leading you and guiding you, and you always ending up in some type of mess, and you always ending up needing somebody help, you're not following. I didn't say you wasn't watching, but you're not following. Because you would be led in the same place that that leader is. You will find yourself with the same things that that leader. That means you're not following. What's up, my baby Scorpio? Trying to tell you who to be with. I'm not telling you. All I'm saying is, if you are truly following the tradition, then you're going to also know how to show up and how your leader shows up in any given situation. I remember my baby Scorpio was talking back and forth via text, and a situation happened, and she was like, "Ooh, I know he gonna handle that." See, if you follow somebody long enough, you don't have to know how they gonna handle it, but you know they're gonna handle it. There's certain things you're gonna learn about following people. You're gonna know their temperament. You're gonna know how they address or they resolve situations. This is important where you build your confidence in their counsel. When you're not following me, you're not going to be confident in me. When you're watching me, means you are observing me. You understand? This is why. Let me break this down. Come make this real simple. You can follow me in another state, in another country. You're that in tuned in. You can pick up what's going on and what's being put down. And you can be right up under me in the same church, in the same building, and you're not following me. There's more on task and on point because they following. I want you to stop deceiving yourself. You're not a follower of Christ. You're not a follower of Ifa. You're not a follower of Voodoo. You're not a follower of Santeria. You're a follower of self. And that's fine, my sir and my ma'am. And this is why you don't have a problem eating from all these tables. Because when you follow your leader and you follow your elders, you're going to drink from the well that they drink from. You're going to be in the same atmosphere that they are in because you're following. When the storms are brewing, when Jesus was on the ship and he was asleep in the bottom of the ship, and his disciples, you know why they were able to go and wake Joshua up? Because they were following him. Yes, I'm gonna say it again. Why you ain't on the ship? If you following somebody, why you ain't on the ship? Why y'all ain't got the same testimony? There's wind, there's water. Every one of the disciples was following Yahshua, and they all were saying the same thing. You should have the same testimony. The Bible says it like this: we should be all mining the same thing. If we all doing black magic, melanated magic, We should be minding the same things. When we doing road openings, when we're doing money work, when we're doing protection work, we all have need of these things from different spaces and places. But because we are following, I was listening to my baby Storming. She said, I missed I missed the live, but I'm gonna get the replay. When you following, I got people in my tribe better attend to my lives than the people that go to my church. I got members that say they love me to death, and they don't have no idea what's going on. Other people got to tell them. They be finding out after the fact. How you following me? You don't know what's going on. And that's not something that I got a problem with. What I got a problem with is you lying that you following me, because what you're gonna do is saying I've been doing this and doing that and doing what Apostle Ela saying, and I'm not in a certain place. Cause you ain't gonna tell on you. So I'm gonna have to tell on you. You're not following the leader. Because I don't lead people into chaos. I don't lead people into confusion. I don't lead because I don't lead myself. Everything I do is about resolving problems. I don't go and create problems. So therefore I would never lead you into trouble. I would lead you out of trouble. I would never lead you into affliction. I would lead you out of affliction. The mere fact you're not following me is the reason why you think it's all about money. Mother Susan know it's not all about money with me because she follows me. She see what people don't do. She see how hard I have to work because people don't do, and they deliberately don't do. They also pay attention to who gives so they don't have to give. And I have to make up the difference. So she's following me. Therefore, she understands that if I ask for something, it's because I need it. When you're following somebody, you start learning the character of that individual, and you stop assuming. I'm gonna say this again. If you are truly following and not just watching, you start learning the character of that leader that is leading you. And so therefore you don't need all these type of confirmations. What's up, Tree? Tree Rhonda could tell you. When I say leading and following your leader or somebody that's being led, when you lack trust in somebody, you're not gonna follow them. Many years she thought I was trying to make a fool out of her. The truth was she was making a fool out of herself. Why would I lead you into foolishness when I don't like being made a fool out of? I don't like being embarrassed. I like winning. So why would I guide you in a situation where you are here looking like a fool, being played like a fool? I won't do that. If you following me and not just watching me and listening at what other people say that are watching me, that not following me. Huh? Because if you are following me, you get your education. Because I believe in being educated. If you are following me, you will have save some money for a rainy day. If you are following me, you wouldn't count your biddies before they hatched. If you are following me, you would not lean to your understanding because I don't do that. I let God direct my path. You understand? In all of my ways, I acknowledge Him. If you were following me, see these are the principles that you would understand is more than just words. Mother Susan asked me today. She said, "Where you at, Apostle?" I started to tell her I'm trying to get some ads. That's what I started to tell the mother of the church, but I didn't. I said, Mother Susan, you gonna stop asking me that? I'm trying to make sure you're okay, and I think I'm trying to make sure you're safe. That sounded good. But I'm a Sagittarius. Don't be asking me where I'm at. I'm a fire sign. My point is, she's learning me because she's following me. A lot of y'all want to follow in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, and Lakumi, but you're not and you don't trust leading you. You can't go through the Amazon rainforest and not trust the guide. You have no business going on that safari trip if you don't trust the person that guiding you. I want black people to start sitting down saying, you know what? There's no way that I'm going to find out what's good for me if I cannot trust the people that are leading. Led by the spirit don't have to do it the way you feel comfortable. Because every day I wake up, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna spend the money on. They tell me. And this myth that you're gonna get to a point that you so feel of the spirit that you're gonna be so free. No, no, no. I'm constantly being. I'm my body don't belong to me. My mind don't belong to me. My temple don't belong to me. So therefore, do you understand that? When you get initiated, when you give yourself to the spirit, there's other entities, other intelligence, other consciousness that are operating in your life. But you would know that if you're following me. You would know I need some time to heal. I need some time to recover. Every time, and Trisha Tree will tell you, every time she followed what I guide her, she always win. You know why she always win? Because I'm not a loser. I would never lead you and give you counsel for you to lose. Most people talk to me, their mind was already made up. I never talk to and tell a person that already knows what they want to do. I don't guide them in anything. When I was talking to Rhonda, I said this is only a suggestion. This ain't for you. I don't want to hear that. My daddy said this and my dad. No, no, no. I'm just suggesting to you, based off of where you at and what's going on in your life, this would be a better path or better direction for you. This these cards in your hand, if I were you, I would play these like that. Do with it what you will. You know why? Because I would never lead somebody into confusion or trouble or in a confined place because I like to be free. So anything that I ever advise people, I was talking to my baby Scorpio and we were talking about something real personal, and I was able to calm her and give her some peace. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's not just what I said. It's because she followed me. And in following me, she trusts me. And she been following me long enough to see my judgment with other people. She hears her other brothers and sisters testifying. See, you following somebody, you're gonna learn how they deal with other people. See, Mother Susan don't see me talk behind back and be another way in their face. Some of y'all don't follow me like that. So you don't know what how real and how authentic I really am. People that follow me know that when I say I got it for you, I got it for you. Nobody can come tell me shit. And that's including your mama and your daddy that birthed you in the world. Huh? Your husband can't tell me nothing. Your wife can't tell me nothing. Your family can't tell me nothing. Whatever relationship we got it together. And if me and you fall out, it's gonna be because of you. What's up, my Shamari? That's when you following somebody. You start realizing how they interact with other people. When I'm joking on you, yes, you're gonna think I'm only doing it to you. But if you follow me long enough, I do it to everybody, include my mama. I have my sister rolling. I be going off on my mom and going off for joking. I crack on my own mama. I ain't gonna tell you the stuff that I say because that's between me and my sister. Cause that's her mama too, and I'm the oldest. But you think I rag you, and my mama rag me too. She lets me have it. She does. But my point is, if you following me, you will realize it's nothing personal. That's his personality. The reason why you taking things personal because you ain't following me. You watching me, but you ain't following me. Because if you follow me, you will understand a lot of things that I do. It's because that's who he is. That's who he is. He is always thinking about how he gonna make another dollar. Tree said, "Daddy, I watch you when you was selling Kangen water." She said, "You know how to make a money. You when sister trying to tell you I'm a hustler, I'm a go getter. She don't watch me. She followed me long enough to watch me. I can turn anything into a business. My baby Scorpio said something to me. I laughed. She said, "You can sell water to a fish." She said, "I don't mean no disrespect." She said, "But you are good." She said, "You can sell water to a fish. That's how good you are." Huh? I can sell heat to fire. When you following somebody, you start paying attention to the skill set. You see, keep watching them over and over execute things, and you gain an admiration for their talent and their ability. What I'm trying to tell you and trying to share with you, certain man, is that until you start following, how do you know where that elder can lead you? The only way you're gonna know if they leading you to a dead end, you got to follow. Let me see. Demetri said, "I'll follow you, and you have not led me wrong. I'm conjuring now from instructions you gave me." I know that. Right. Why? Let me tell you something. Let me show you that you not following me. Why would I let Demetrius invest in his egg on stick and let him not utilize it effectively? Every time I help Demetrius, it's gonna make him have more confidence in me. I'm not gonna knowingly give anybody improper instruction. That just ain't me. And if you will follow me, you'll know I'm not like that. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I have never told Demetrius how to use his what to pray for or utilize it like that. He a grown man. That's real power. That's and you bringing your ancestors in that. You should have a sober mind. I don't tell people like that. I'm not here to rule over his spirit. I'm here to rule over my spirit. What's up, Minister Al, in the house? My point is this: when people follow me, they find out I know where I'm going, what I want to do, what I want to accomplish. And I do it in a way that is smooth and I try to make things as easy as possible. Why would I lead you into hardship? Why would I lead you into poverty? Why would I lead you into sickness? If you will follow me, you will have a better sex life. Yes, I said it. You would have climactic experiences if you were truly following me. I don't care if you're a male. I don't care if you're a female. I don't care if you're gay or straight. I don't care if you're bisexual. Because if you were following me, you would know how to have and enjoy sex. If you were following me, you would know how to make a dollar into 15 cents into a dollar. You would if you were following me. Huh? You will have real authentic friends, or you wouldn't have nobody. If you were following me, because I'm very selective. If you were following me, you will be taking better care of your body, and you will be looking youthful. Because I don't try to pretend I'm not 52. You understand? You may be watching me, you may be observing me, but you ain't following me because you will be doing the same thing. That means your cabinet will look like my cabinet. Some of the very same tinctures and tools. And Tree ordered me a lot of stuff when I be asking her to order. She said, if it's good for you, it's good for me. That's somebody to follow me because you're going to do and have and obtain some of the very same herbs and tools. I like certain things. I know when people follow me. Why you ain't get off on the exit when I got off the exit? Because you're not following me. Everybody pulled to the side of the road. If you follow me, and those that have followed me and trailed me when we were traveling, if you fall behind with a red light, I'm gonna pull to the side of the road. I ain't gonna keep on driving. But you would know that about me if you were following me. And you also know I drive really fast. I drive really fast. So if you follow me, you'll try to keep up. You wouldn't bring that gas leaking, oil spilling ass car on the road because you know I get in the wind. But you would know that only if you're following me. I'm trying to make a lot of points. Because when you claim to be following somebody, you should end up in the same place. I'm a type of person, I hate to lose. I don't dislike losing. I hate to lose. So there's no way that I'm going to not gain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and apply myself so I don't have to lose. When I said I was not going to lose my quality of life because of my anemia, I don't care what I go through. It is not going to defeat me. It's not going to get my quality of life. Long as God give me my life, health, and strength, it's not happening. It's not happening. And I will work with whoever I got to work with to get what I need. If you are following me, you will make sacrifices just like I do. Mother Susan said, "Oh, I'm rooting for Tree. I believe Tree gonna do right." I said, Mother Susan, I hope she do too. I hope she does what she says she do. I said, but her track record is awful. She said, I think she gonna do it. I said, I hope so too. I said, you don't hope more than I hope. But I've been watching. And did she come through? Yes, she came through just like she said. Mother Susan told me, she said, I think Tree gonna shock you. I said, I hope she do shock me. I'd be damned if I don't hope she don't shock me. But I'm not putting my hopes up because she let me down every time, especially when a nigga involved. If you were following me, you will have better relationships and you would demand certain things because I teach anybody you earn your way. And when you earn something, you ain't got to beg for it. If you were out here following me, you will be out here earning your way. That's just real talk. So if Apostle Ely is all this in a bag of chips, why aren't you following me? Why when I stop, I can't see you? Mother Susan is on a fixed income and I see her. Why I don't see you? How you gonna convince a leader that is being led by the Spirit that you are following them and you're never ending up in the same places and spaces that they're in? It's impossible. I don't care if you're in E5, Voodoo, Santeria. Some of y'all guys need to acknowledge I'm not a good lead. I'm not a good. I'm not a good follower because I'm always trying to lead. I'm going to say it again. I'm not a good follower because I'm always trying to be a leader. You always feel you have the better idea, you have the better plan, the better pathway. And that's why you can't be led. That's why you can't follow instructions. I know why you don't follow my instructions. Because you don't think I'm smart enough to guide you. But I have a track record how smart I am. I'm 52 years old. Look at my life. Look at how I live. Look how I'm not stressed. I'm 52 years old and I get rock hard. I'm erect. I'm standing at attention. I'm able to drizzle down to the depths of that hole. You understand? And you don't want to listen to me. I ain't got no filter on, and you don't want to listen to me. You don't want to follow no instruction, and it's okay. It's okay, cause that's your life, and this is mine. But if you were really following me like you claim you following me, and you were really taking in what I was teaching and sharing for free, let me tell y'all something. If you were following me and you have never worked for me, I never burnt a candle for you, I never burnt incense for you, I never did graveyard work for you, I did no spiritual work for you other than teach. And if you were following my teaching, you would not be in the shit that you're in because I don't stink. I would never teach anything that I wouldn't teach to my own children, my own mama, my own sister. So if you are following my teaching and you are abiding in my teaching and the things that I've taught, your life would be far better than what it is. And that's without my conscience. That's how confident I am in my teachings. You don't need my magic. My magic amplifies what I teach and what I believe in. You will be more healthy than you are. You will be a better communicator. You will actually understand melanin energy. You will also respect the energy and frequency and vibration in every living soul and inanimate object because you're following my teaching. You would not lean to your understanding if you follow my teaching. You would embrace your own individuality if you follow my teaching. Because I love being me. And I teach you to love being you. And I teach you to invest in yourself and reinvest in yourself. So how you follow my teaching? You stress right now. You ain't got no edges. I know you're following my teacher because guess what? I got my edges. Look at that. My niece gonna do my hair and do me some locks twisting. Look. I got my edges. I'm 52 years old and I got my edges, and I don't have a bald spot in my head. If you ain't got no edges, you can't be following my teaching. No sir and no ma'am. You tell that to somebody else. You tell that to somebody. You not following my teaching. You ain't even got no gas money. You can't be following my teaching. No. You don't have no new draws. You cannot be following my teaching. I'm always buying draws. If and I brought draws because they reflect me. Your undergarments reflect your inner world. Now you don't have to be as erotic and provocative as I am when it comes to your undergarments, but everybody should tell that you love you by how you treat you. I'm good to people because I'm good to myself. I'm gonna say that again. If you will follow my teaching, you will have more respect and you will have more dignity in yourself, and you will not allow yourself to be in certain situations. If you will follow my teaching, if you were actually following me, you wouldn't be utilizing your conjure for bullshit. Cause I don't. And you know what? If you were following me, you would be being avenged of your adversary. Because I believe in get back. I don't believe in turning the other cheek unless I'm fucking. And I ain't turning my cheek. I'm turning their cheeks. I'm a handle they pancakes, huh? And sometimes I go to the left, and sometimes I go to the right, huh? Huh? I ask somebody. I say, can I have that sunny side up? Can I have that sunny side down? Huh? All I need is permission, and after get permission, I can handle it from there. If you will follow my teaching, you will know the appropriate time when it's time for you to relax. Some of y'all be right in the midst of a situation, in the midst of a manifestation, in the midst of a healing, a deliverance, and you be talking about you need to take a break. What the fuck going? That ain't my teaching. I don't stop until it get done. That's my teaching. I sacrifice until it get done. I make it. I make things possible. I change the law of probability. I give myself the best odds and the best chances as possible. That's my teaching. I don't wait. I don't wait I don't put off tomorrow for today. I don't. I don't wait to a due date. I do stuff ahead of time. I'm my teaching. I'm a proactive person. You don't follow my teaching. You're a reactive person. Cause I would have never got myself in that situation. I'd have been prepared for that situation, especially if I was given the information or the insight or the forecast that that was coming. You can be knowing something on their way and you won't get prepared. You wait till it actually happens. The rain got to actually run you before you make a move. That's right, baby Scorpio. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And since I like to control sexually and spiritually, to be able to be in control in the bedroom, that means you must be prepared. You must have the ability and the capability of executing in order to be in control. You can't dominate a situation when you ain't prepared. Huh? Sometimes you gotta get some rest before you get on that ass. Because you don't want to get tired in the process. Because when you get tired, you can no longer dominate. And I want to execute this. I want to dismount 10. You understand? I want to start effectively and powerful, but I want to end that bitch powerful. Huh? I'm like Simone Boys. I want to have a strong routine all the way. I'm 52 years old. I want to execute from the time I start flipping and tumbling until I land that last routine. That's it. And I want a high five after I done wax that ass. That's me. If you'll follow my teaching, huh? You wouldn't be dick whipped. You whip that dick with that pussy. And if you a man, you whip that pussy with that dick. If you follow my teaching, because I believe in control. I got Scorpio in my chart, and especially in my love life. I love to dominate. I'm gonna dominate. If I got to hydrate to be able to dominate, that's what I'm gonna do. And I gotta have money so I can be in control. I got proper influence. Cause no finance, no romance. And I want me some romancing in the stone. You understand? So I can't walk around here broke. If you broke on today, you're not following my teaching. Huh? If you are broke and you are not operating financially like you're supposed. You're not being a good steward over your inheritance. You are not following my teaching. I can't live broke. I can live with just enough. I don't do it. But you ain't following my teaching. Huh? I got more than one condom. Don't matter whether I use it or not. But I got more than one. Believe in abundance of things. You understand? The abundance of things. If you will follow my teaching, you would have more than enough. El Shaddai, more, many breasted one. So my point on today, if you, sir and ma'am, are being a good follower, then you would know what kind of good leader I am. The mere fact that you got to still be convinced that I'm a good leader, and some people think I'm a great leader. Some people think I'm an extraterrestrial leader, but they know I can lead. And you would know that if you were following me because I would have led you out of some situation, out of some circumstance. But you got too many other people trying to lead you and guide you, including yourself. And that's your business. But don't go around here saying you are following Apostle Ely. You're following Chief Apostle Ely. You're following Petty Pee Wee. Because I'm petty, but I'm petty with a purpose. I'm not gonna just be petty to be petty. If I'm gonna be petty about something, I'm gonna have a purpose on it. You understand? And you would know that about me if you were following me. You would know this is not a facade. You would know that I am being authentic. We back live. You ain't did more than my family, and God has moved for them. I try to instill confidence with people in spite of what they done, cause I believe I'm blessed in spite of who I am and what I've done. And why would I teach that to other people? Cause that's what I really believe. You understand? I believe that. That's why I always tell people, if you were following me, you wouldn't worry about your felony. What I respect is Ryan was following me because he contacted me and he gave me enough time to work. See, if you follow me, you know what kind of person I am. I like to have time to manifest because I like to show out. I'm a Sagittarius and I need some time to show out. And he was honest with me because if you follow me, you know you got to be honest with me. You can't come tell me no bullshit or lie because I ain't going to want to work for you. But if you tell me the truth, I don't care how nasty and disgusting it is. And I'm gonna look at you strange. I might. I might even comment about it. But I'm gonna fight for you. Because you're honest. And I love honesty. If you're following me, you should know not to step in a man and tell him. Don't tell him you're gonna do something and you don't do it. Don't tell him you're gonna do something when you get off the phone with me and don't do it. I don't care if you do it 3 hours later. I got a problem. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a fire sign. Don't tell me something unless you're gonna do it when you say you're gonna do it. Or don't tell me at all. That it don't bother. If you following me, you gonna understand my temperament. And you're gonna be able to get along with me if you following me. But if you watching me, if you observing me, you don't know me. You don't know me. You understand? I hope this helps somebody. I hope somebody really be honest and say, I don't follow Ifa. I don't follow voodoo. I follow myself. I blame other people, places, and things by the actions that I do. But I wasn't following them because I never ended up in the place where they are. That's real talk. And when you ever decide to follow somebody, make sure you trust them. And because they don't always know why they're being led to do or to say or to go this and that because they're being guided. And if you don't trust your guide, you shouldn't be in the safari. That's all I'm saying. If you got a problem with me being a hoe and you don't think I have the capacity to lead you, that's fine. Stay out my fucking face. I don't have a problem with you having a problem with anything about me. I have a problem that you in my fucking face pretending that you following me. Because let me explain something to you about me. Because if you following me and you really following me, you know I got options. That's what I said. I got options. And you would never try to snatch the rug up under my back. Because God, you don't know who God gonna cause to give into my bosom. Good measure pressed down and shaken together and running over. I would never let these bitches stress me. And these niggas either. If you will follow my teaching, I let people know I'm going to get this with you or without you. Whether you help me or don't help me, I'm going to still accomplish my goal. That's my teaching. I don't let people apply pressure to me when I got Isaiah 10 and 27. Are you understanding? I don't let people apply pressure to me because they want to do or not do something. Baby, I'd never let you hard time me. Huh? You don't want to give me no ass? You ain't got to. But don't get offended when I call somebody else. And I text them or call them while you leaving. Cause you have decided not to give me no ass. That's fine. I don't want nobody to do nothing for me they don't want to do. If you following me, you understand Apostle Ely has option. And if you don't do it, somebody else will. So you should say, thank you, Egun Spirit Ancestor, for allowing me to be used to help this man of God. Instead of trying to control this Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and Rise sign Pisces. That is not smart. And it's definitely not my teachings. If you're following me, you know I would never teach that. Because I don't believe in it. Mr. Ah, my baby Scorpio. Let me tell y'all something. I love y'all. I love being myself in conjure, but I want you guys to keep learning, growing, and making the most out of your financial investments when it comes to your spirituality, because it does pay off. I ain't never told nobody that it was easy. I just said it's worth it. That's the most honest I can be with people. Ain't nothing easy about being in these ATRs. Nothing, sir. Nothing, man. It's very demanding, but it's also very rewarding. I'll say that. And you're never gonna see what the end gonna be because you ain't never followed long enough to see what the end gonna be. And just like we done went through all of this with the internet shutting out, the live clicking on or clicking off, it don't stop nothing. It's like catching a cramp during sex. I breathe through it. Mm. It's like having sex and your legs get tired from being in the book. I get it from the side. Put your legs down. Just lean with it. Rock with it. I don't let situations and circumstances hinder me. Your neck tied, here go a pillow. I'm here to accommodate. I'm always here to win. You understand? Huh? Your leg too heavy, there go coffee table. Put it up, cause I ain't gonna hold it on my shoulder. It gonna burn up too much of my energy. I'm gonna always come out on top. You ain't got no booty here. Take this pillow, put on your stomach, and lift it up. We ain't got time to be worried about all that. I knew you ain't had no booty before I asked you to have sex. I wasn't going for your booty. I was going for your hole. See, if you've been following me, you'll know what I was asking for. I don't even like titties like that. You can have titties the size of a golf ball with a nipple on it. I wouldn't even care. I'm not a titty man. I'll lick right on your nipple. I don't care how small it is. I'm here for the pleasure. If you follow me, you'll know what I'm into. And you worry about all those stuff talking about your wonder bra. I don't even care you wear a bra. Well, matter of fact, come here naked. Put a trench coat on and come butt naked. That's me. I ain't with all that. See, if you're following people, you'll know exactly what they have need of. That's all I'm saying. All right. I love y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all tomorrow. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the share. We're gonna determine how this video is gonna be. All right. God bless y'all.